Okay, cool. Ooh, toilet paper. Can I grab the toilet paper? You know, this is that thing that some of y'all don't be using, man. What the? Yo! You ever play a game where you're constantly asking yourself, what am I looking at? You ever play a game that immediately makes you question your life choices, but in a fun way? Yeah, that was me with Little Nightmares. I've been meaning to play this for a hot minute, and now that I'm officially a backlog creator, the time it finally felt right. And honestly, it was a great time. Unsettling creature design, disturbing imagery, the kind of stuff that made me rethink my sobriety. Oh nah, why is my X coded in this game? Now it's a real nightmare. It's also super short. My playthrough was about 4 hours, and weirdly, I kinda like that. Short games do have their place. They respect your time. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you Vert, your favorite backlog gamer, and today we're diving into Little Nightmares. Okay, the music is actually kind of good. It's very creepy. It fits the vibe. Oh, I was trapped. So like I said, I wrapped up Little Nightmares in about 4 hours, which surprised me. I'm a JRPG fanatic. I'm used to 60, 70 hour epics where I'm a high schooler who kills God at the end. This game has none of that, and honestly, it was refreshing. Being able to finish it in one sitting with chat and just ride the whole journey together, that was a vibe. But the real trip with Little Nightmares isn't just the gameplay, it's the story, or whatever fever dream counts as a story in this game. Little Nightmares takes the approach of Dark Souls, where you need a Vati Vadia video and a degree in media literacy to follow the story. So here's the simple version, because trust me, the game doesn't hand you any of this. Yeah, I just reminded me, I didn't set my PNG up yet. L streamer Mateo over here. You play as Six, this tiny kid trying to escape a giant nightmare factory called the Maw. And right away, the game hits you with one of its biggest themes, childhood vulnerability. Everything is huge, hostile, and feels like it was designed by someone who just hates kids. Go mind your own business, mind your own business. As you move through each area, you meet characters who look like regular show nightmare fuel. The janitor with arms longer than my backlog. The twin chefs who I'm sure made all my food while I was in the military. And the guests, these giant hungry creatures who eat like me whenever I hit the Korean barbecue. All of this points to another theme, consumption and corruption, bars. Everyone in the Maw is obsessed with eating something, and Six's growing hunger is the darkest example. At first she eats bread, then meat, then a live rat. And by the end, yeah, she ate somebody, and that had me floored. I'll take that. Oh. That moment ties straight into the theme of a cycle of abuse. Six spends the whole game being hunted, starved, ignored. Woof, I just had a flashback of my time in basic training. And by the end, she becomes someone who harms others too. Eventually, you reach the lady, the final boss and the one basically running the Maw. When Six defeats her and absorbs her power, we hit the big one. Power corrupts. Six walks through the guest and they collapse from her aura. The game ends with Six stepping into the sunlight, free from the Maw, but maybe not free from what she's become. Now, if I miss anything, please feel free to berate me in the comments section. Anyway, before I get eaten alive, let's talk gameplay. I'ma keep this nice and short because there's not really a whole lot to explain here, and also because I want to go back to playing some Arc Raiders. Little Nightmares gameplay is basically a 3-piece combo. You got your platforming, you're climbing, crawling, and squeezing through vents. And if I fell, it was obviously the game's fault. Everything is slow and deliberate to keep the tension up. Oh!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Then you got light puzzles. Nothing too wild, mostly environmental stuff like pulling levers, dragging boxes, or timing your movement around enemies. It's simple, but the presentation makes it feel way more intense, and solving them made me feel big-brained. And then there's stealth. Lots of stealth. Most of the game is sneaking around big nasty creatures who could yeet you into the shadow realm with one swipe. You're not fighting anything, you're just trying not to die loudly. The controls are tight, the movement feels weighty in a good way, and the camera style makes everything feel like a creepy diorama. Overall, short, clean, and polished. It knows exactly what it wants to be. Little Nightmares stuck with me way more than a 4-hour game should. I'm glad I finally played it. It was a nice compact adventure that shows games don't need to be 100 hours long to be good. I plan to make Resident Evil as a main fixture on my channel after next week's video. But if you would rather see me cover Little Nightmares 2 and 3, then leave a comment and sub so you won't miss those videos. Also, I am a weekend Twitch streamer, so come say hi if for some reason you want to see more of me. Next week, I'm taking my first trip to Silent Hill, where my wife left me a letter telling me to meet her there. Which is weird because I'm not married. Till next time, my friends, this is Mateo Ver, your favorite backlog gamer, and you guys stay safe.